I apologize for being late. I was in the bathroom. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Yep, well, that's... So, I made... Actually, so last night, I had this weird, like this weird... urge... I had this weird urge to... what is essentially... I'm fine with that. What is essentially just be a mad scientist and, well, make one of these. And just make one of these. And, well, my brain just immediately went, I know how that works. I don't need to Google it. So my brain was immediately went to, okay, you have two glass bottles that can twist, have twist-ons or bottle caps. Use that. That way you don't have to actually like jerry rig some weird ass bullshit. Turns out that's not how that works. It's not how that works. So, yeah. And, well, let's just say I'm at the very base. But, I do have an idea for a lava lamp. Kind of. But that requires a lot more thinking and a lot more planning. So, yeah. I already have the digestible tablets that make them go fizzy. So, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. No idea, in all honesty. But let's get on with the game. Let's get on with that game. I'm sure it's gonna be good and Gucci. Might be able to hear the garbage truck outside. Never mind. Okay, thankfully you don't have to hear the garbage truck outside. February 23rd, 9:34 p.m. a.m. District Court defends lobby number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. Yeah, I know you say that, but in reality, we all know what's happening here. You know? You know? You know? Probably you know. Probably no. I know you say you're guilty, but I believe you're not. Also, literally everything doesn't really make sense. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. What? Wait, what do you mean? Wait. That doesn't make... Wait. Okay, I know they're gonna elaborate on that. I know they're gonna elaborate... You know they're gonna elaborate on that, but like... Excuse me? Oh yeah, Dead by Daylight's free in the Epic Games Store. Nice. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Never forget that. Yeah, here's the thing about that. Every single person we've defended had nothing essentially to do with the murder and was just there. Like, legitimately. Larry Butts wasn't even in the crime scene. Wasn't even at the crime scene. Well, yes, he did go check on his ex, leading into the... Okay, maybe nothing to do with the murder is a bit far-fetched, but... No? Yeah, never mind. Larry was just a dumbass. Completely innocent, would never hurt a fly. Who... The Iron Samurai dude also couldn't hurt a fly, was even passed out during the whole murder, and it was even somewhat of like a... not even a murder, it's more of a suicide. Accidental suicide. Which also raises up even further questions. And then... Chapter 3. I'm not gonna lie, I think that Samurai dude was chapter 3. No! I remember what chapter 2 was. Chapter 2 was literally just a person who just so happens to be there. Who literally was just so happens to be there. The sister of Mia Fey. Mia Fey? Mia Fey. I think Mia Fey. Could also be Maya Fey. I don't actually remember. But regardless, all except for like Miles Edgeworth. Yeah, except for like Miles Edgeworth. They had like next to no part in the actual murder, or anywhere near where the actual murder took place. Not took place, like when it occurred. So you're good, honey. You're good. Sorry if my voice sounds a bit crackety. Creakety, creakety, whatever you fucking want to call it. That's just my voice. It happens to do that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her. You're a bitch. I mean, no, that is? You're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost part of the almost part of the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first child without Faye help, without a Faye helping me. No one's gonna bail me out of this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole time. The whole way. Fun. Fun. Oh boy. That's good to know. District Court number 9. District Court number 9. Ah, shit, I forgot we're going against Edgeworth. I forgot his voice, holy shit. I think it was this one. I don't remember. Hey! Hey! Don't mess with that! Don't mess with the window! Wait. No, you want to look outside. Don't look outside. No going outside. I want you to fall out the fucking window. I'll be right back. Swear to God, what is it with cats and windowsills? I know they're trying to be agile, but like, come on. What's it for? What's it for? What the Faruka Zolt? Faruka Salt. Faruka shit.
You know what? Sure, I can give it this voice. I'll give him the baby voice. Boo. Court is now in session for trial of Ms. Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a war, Your Honor. Edgeworth. I'm glad they didn't make it look like an actual gun. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. Oh, it's only been 2 months? Damn. You made it seem like it was much longer than that. That's what she said. Anyway. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regarding of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made... just bring the thing closer to me. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not anyone else's.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
Chief Prosecutor Lena Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she has rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office, let alone in my car with my knife. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. That's not a good thing. In any situation, that's not a good thing. Sometimes. No, not in any situation. In any situation, it's usually a bad thing. Yeah. Gut feelings, my dude. I suddenly feel like... I know there's also some very, very bad examples that can derive from. I know you have to play it by ear. I don't remember. Play it by ear and like figure that shit out. So I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. Yeah, he's sort of like one of those dads that knows you've done something but doesn't want to outright tell you, did you do something wrong? I just realized, where did my phone go? My phone's not right here. Did I leave my phone downstairs? I must have left my phone downstairs. Ah, man. Okay, tell you what. I'm gonna go quickly grab my phone from the bathroom. I completely forgot about it. Unless I can, like, quickly find it here. No, I'll be right back. Manny so annoying grabs it. I'll be right back. Here's a net so y'all don't have to watch just the empty screen. I'm back, bitches. Ooh, and with 21 minutes to 21 seconds to spare. I apologize for the unprofessionalism. Shush phone. For the unprofessionalism. That is me. I apologize. I did not mean for me to be this runaroundy. Ow, that hurt. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness.
Well then, call the first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution.
I will also say to anybody in chat that doesn't want to speak but wants to interact, there is a two things. There's a command list in the about page that is completely free, and if you use one of those commands, it plays a audio clip that I had like for each command, and there's a exclamation point boo that will spook me. That could spook me. There's also just fun ones that are just silly. As well as there's also the voice changer that is in the also about page. That if you want to, if you're on the computer, you can scroll down. But if you're on phone, you can either go to the about page on the profile, or there should be like four little boxes in the top right corner of the chat. There's probably something there. I'm not entirely sure how that works. But yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Anyway,
The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen? The professional murderer? I forgot what she was. Oh, Southern. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never had caviar before. The judge is really, wolfing it down. For you, I have a Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? This is why everyone craves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts. Literally, be careful. She has been known to poison people, so be careful. You know what? Same. That honestly makes them much more sense, honestly.
I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
Why the heck does what the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Caviar, apparently. Name, profession, now. Me? You already said my name was Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I tell everybody, even that random live post that I thought was a guy. He was a tall, handsome man. I was gonna say, unlike the bimbo next to him. But I realized I was the only thing next to him. So I found myself. Excuse me. Oh no. I'm fine. My voice is fine. I found myself running Lunch Island these days. Is what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth. Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not done eating.
Hurry it up. Are you supposed to say that lunch? Whatever.
Actually, speaking of that, let me open my soda. That way I can
get these voices better. Because nothing screams better voice than an open can of soda fizzling in your throat. It sounds weird. It definitely does sound weird. It definitely sounds weird, doesn't it? You know what I mean. Something throat goat. Shut up. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, you may continue. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
What exactly does that mean?
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. How convenient. She was the first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective? Miss Starr was a detective? Or if you want to go full Monokuma.
know who you are. Cough up.
Oh, as in cough it up. I hate that. That's the joke. I hate that that's the joke. It's whatever. Cough up, Queen Angel Star. Can you not recognize me from my very distinct voice? Very distinct voice. Your Honor, long time no see. Very well. Now he's just trembling with his life because he realized he might have poisoned. They might have been poisoned.
You may just can't continue with the description, Miss Star.
Who is this lady? The murderer, that's what it was. No, there's no female version of murder, because murder isn't a strictly male thing. It's just a descriptive word for anybody who commits death. No. Anybody who commits somebody to death. Unlike judges who who sentence people to death penalty. That's different. Technically, that's different. I'm not gonna fucking argue with that. Anyway, if I may have the court's attention over here, I have this very delicious grilled cheese sandwich that I've made for lunch. Anybody want it? The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into two blocks. Block A and Block B. Block A is for the prosecutor's office personnel, for obvious reasons. And Block B is for visitors and clients. A chain provider separates the two blocks. I suppose that to keep visitors from kicking up prosecutor's spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of Block A. In the car's trunk. The killer stabbed with this knife and was stabbed with this knife and went to drive the body out, drag the body out technically. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. Citizen's arrest? I have no idea what the fuck people are trying to fucking say. My good. So, if I suddenly go quiet, my brain stops talking for a second when trying to figure out what the fuck is reading. I'm trying to read another thing. And essentially, I keep getting messages from the group chat of the Christmas group chat that is in that my family is currently doing for the Christmas party that we're doing. And my main concern is if I'm still a part of the adult if I'm still a part of the adult group. Because I can very easily not. Because I don't have a car, therefore I can go to the store. And last time I was in the adult one, considered adult one, they yelled at me for not buying alcohol for the adult game. Yeah, my family's a bunch of alcoholics, so you may understand why I don't particularly like drinking or all that shit. But yeah, it's all that. Unfortunately for her, oh yeah, here's the other one.
And who was this Valen's witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Parking lot floor plans added to the court record.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor.
Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Wait. There's a hole in that statement. Because if it's blocked off, no pun intended, then she wouldn't have been able to apprehend the murderer since she's not a prosecutor and wouldn't be in the prosecutor area.
It'll seem rather cut and dry, isn't it? Okay. Well, Mr. Wright.
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. I shall proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining. If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me?
Testimony! Bitches!
But I can't testimony. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my lunch wait, before I do, let me save it. Wrong button. Let me save it, just in case. That would be a good place to start. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finally honed detective intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to the garage car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Yeah. Then she thrusted the pointed tip into the knife of into Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. There's no room for doubt.
How touching.
There's no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing rather than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into the Goodman. I'm funny. Laugh.
So, how does it feel to be utterly crushed? Still thinking about that. It's merely a fresh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Witness account. I will press all of them. How did you know? I suspect the prosecutor's basic appearance of crime, yet their methods were ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. Case in point. The lunch ladies is undoubtedly noted. Given that they are used to erasing incompetent evidence from at their whim. Getting off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Star, do you have something against personal prosecutors? Something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, but turns out people had other plans, if you know what I mean. Hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be, laid off? She was fired? I wonder why. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. You may continue, Miss Star. Sure, just press it. That way we have more information. This boyfriend, he's a detective? Not that boyfriend. The security guard. Not that?
Not that boyfriend? You have several? You have several?
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still far open. Still open for that. The judge just goes,
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
I don't know if it's a polyamorous relationship or if she's just two crossing them. I would like to hope it's a polyamorous, but at the same time, she is somewhat very sketch, so. Note to self: the judge had to think before. Note to self: the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in Block A. And the lot is Block A. It's up to the second level. You can see everything from there. That will be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunch by car? Since I'm a visitor, I parked in Block B. So she was in Block B when she witnessed the crime. I'm on the fence. I'm gonna press everything. You sense something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. I have no idea what that means.
I have no idea what that means. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
Speaking of a detective intuition, wasn't the victim Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Then it must be a hard yellowed and sharp as a tack.
Yeah. With the order of an old cheese to match.
I heard that.
Nothing. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. By garish car, you mean? Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr.
Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth, wasn't it? Indeed it was.
What an odd case this is. How interesting. The person you saw, you sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no other further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. She's telling the truth, we're doomed. So from what I'm seeing, is she's not entirely sure because 30 feet is still very far away. 30 feet is the length of my entire room. from the window over there to past that black curtain. It's far. And unless you have like perfect eyesight, then it's gonna be tough. Let's just do what we can, even if you don't have any proof. You can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you're a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, Rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of down me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may have relegated to lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are hound. A photograph? You took this? Oh shit. Oh yeah, that doesn't mean anything. I mean, for all we can do, all it looks is she's going, this poor car. I'm sorry.
A photograph? You took this?
Or you were planning on it. The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes are over and snap. Took over and snap. I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunges is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than hanging it around your neck. Witness. Why am I on this witness? British. Witness. Why am I only seeing this photograph now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. I mean... From what we've seen before, that's technically illegal? My boyfriend. Oh, shucks. I lost the accent. My boyfriend works in the photography division. My boyfriend works in the photography division of the criminal affairs. Well, this is certainly the defendant. Go to the court record. Oh, that is unmistakably Alana Sky. So what was the defendant doing at the time? Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. I know, I have experience with 4 inches. Wait. That's right, Mr. Edgeworth. It's your knife after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are all, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. No? Who the fuck would know that? I mean, yes, technically, yeah. But at the same time, it's in the same sense that, you know where your heart is. Because everybody knows where your heart is. Where their heart is. Like, in the chest, like somewhere around here. Not smack dab in the middle, it's just middle to the left. It's not here. It's here. But if I told my boyfriend that, he's like, seriously? That's not true. I mean, either of us could be wrong, honestly. Hell, for all we know, somebody could have their fucking heart in their ass. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. I'm hungry now. You can't testify to her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. The defendant was holding a knife. Then what? What then? Wrong button. Here. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. Did you see her raise the knife to strike? No? You saw her raise the knife to strike, no? Defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late. Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the knife, the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can take it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. That's pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is it this? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? No. Our motto is... I forgot what our motto is. Don't... What is our motto? Nothing. What a matter with you? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that. Somehow I always knew the day would come. Okay, so that was the last of it. Let's see. Trying to think. So, this is what we know. This, also the camera's suspiciously close to the fence for it to be 30 feet away. An hour and a half at 4 p.m. Okay. On my way to deliver a lunch back to my boyfriend. Something perhaps is some situation at work. Through the wire fence I saw next to Garrett's car. Goodman's chest. Son of a bitch! Okay, She was wearing gloves, wasn't she? Yeah, she was wearing gloves. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, oh, she was wearing, there's no way to know that. She was wearing, I don't know if she was wearing gloves. She was wearing gloves. She always wears gloves. Goodman's chest. The prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Through the wire fence. Garrett's car. The Garrett's car, you mean? Is it with cars and the knife was it? 30 feet away. definitely was her. No, that would you'd still be able to see it. And that's where we get the thing. Her right hand and bears a pointed tip into Detective Goodman's chest. Yeah, I know. Okay, I'm trying to think. Somehow... I'm trying to think. Goddamn. No. So I can't think of what. I can't think of what. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Oh, I know this one. I already did this one. Oh, I did all of them, technically. That doesn't really give me more. Our trunk. All I'm saying is, if she was over here and she saw this, I don't know. Son of a bitch. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And there's also this one. I feel like it has something to do with what she says about this. But it can't be this one. I feel like it's either this one or the one after. Goodman's chest. I already pressed it. So I have to deliver something. Reveals a contradiction in that statement. No, it doesn't. Not at all. Yeah, that's on me. Boarding knife into Goodman's chest. There it is. There it is. There it is. I knew it had to have been something with that image. Couldn't figure out which. I am so upset that I fucked that one up. Oh well. You say Miss Sky stabbed the victim with the knife. I've already said that, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that's a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth?
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection? That had to be the weakest objection I've ever heard. Over Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken a moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. See the darn crimson stains on the prosecutor's coat? But it's black and white photograph. Ah, yes. It's hard.
Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but it could be. But this could be blood.
Or chocolate syrup, depending on your purpose for it. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem except you. Mr. Wright! Mr. Wright! Are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? I'm just gonna quickly save for this one. Fuck it. I'm not gonna go back. Only if I fail. Objection! Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it. That's it. If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Actually, yeah, it is actually a pretty good lunch. Unless, but if you aren't able to finish the entire, all of it, put it in the fridge. Else, if you leave it out, it starts to get slimy and very gross. I learned that the hard way with some shrimp fried rice that I ordered. Far too late, honestly. Far too late. Good advice. I'm not sure that I understand, but good advice. I don't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hand in that photograph. Well, are those gloves?
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of a thin rubber. Most likely why she would have those on. Why would she have those on? He's a knee freak? If it was not premeditated, could he not have been wearing those gloves? Would she not have been wearing those gloves?
Yeah. These gloves do seem to tell a rather tale of premeditation.
Premeditation murder is a very serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony.
Witness, add this to his testimony.
The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. It's only a pleasure, Mr. Wright. I realize that now. I could have pressed it. Like, further improve upon it. Interesting. I know I already fucked up. I fucked up the no-hit run of the thing, but it's like the first one, and I've never done this before, so I have no idea. What if she was wearing what if she's just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of a kind of used for autopsies. What if she just came back from an autopsy? In other words, no. Oh, shucks. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the scene of the crime, he came to do a murder. It's the only possible conclusion. Everything was planned as it was a premeditated crime. Ugh. Ugh. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. You got them thinking it was all planned? If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I got to think of a way to show it wasn't premeditated. Or anything else, scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. So, okay. So, she was wearing gloves for premeditated murder. And from what I'm seeing is that this wouldn't really do much. My honest opinion, what I'm honestly thinking is that it's either this one or the parking stop. Somehow I always knew the day like this would come. I already developed my life with my boyfriend. Since perhaps it was merely home detective intuition at work, through the wife friends, I saw the prosecutor standing next to the garage car. The murder was planned, rubber gloves proved it. So we need to make sure it wasn't planned. Because I'm gonna go with this one first. Nope, the music is still going. Fuck. The music, you can tell if you've done it correctly if the music still continues. Shit. Yeah. Damn it. Overruled. Damn it. Yes, if I can proceed. Speaking of detective intuition, was the victim Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, Young Cheese. Young Cheese, what was I saying? Imagine case. Bear in mind. Mr. Edward's car, yes. This is Italy based knife. What was it? Indeed it was. That's an odd case. This person you saw, I'm pretty sure was a defendant. From her further, they think that was certainly her. I generally don't know which one it is. So we know that I probably shouldn't be messing with moving the desk and all that shit. At some point, I'm gonna need to take a small break and figure this out. But then now's not a really good time because it will make it look like I Googled it. I'm not gonna Google it. Let's see. Trace is a victim to blood. There it is. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? Trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it was my knife. Dun 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 dun. What is with this case? The bloody murder weapon belonged to the educator. The chief's mommy. Oh, those Spartacus is bad people. Who the fuck brought their goddamn child to a murder case? Who the fuck brought their child to a murder case? Now, I understand if it was a matter of, oh, you just had to because you couldn't find anybody to do that. I'm sure there are plenty of people who would babysit your kid. Hell, there's probably even daycares that would do that in this Japan, California. My God. The defense has a request. We asked the witness to provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? What's that, rookie? Your testimony. You stated that Lena Sky planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Shit, fuck, of course. Hell. Well, no shit. Okay, I feel a little dumb for not realizing that. Oh, hey! Hello, Jonah. Sorry, Oh, you just messed right now. Oh, hello, Jonah. I'm doing good. My brain is a bit, my brain is a bit currently because I've never played this chapter, nor have I ever seen it before. So, it's sort of a small brain times. And I just realized that I'm a dumbass. So, bear with me. How was your day? Hope your day is going good. Hope your day is going good. This knife just happened to be in the car of that trunk. Trunk of the car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're planning to going to murder, you won't forget the weapon. Whoa. Order! 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 I'll have 3 number 9s, a number 9 large, number 6 with extra dip. Sorry. Couldn't help myself. Couldn't help myself. Yes. I hope you didn't get an ad when you joined in. Did you, Jonah? I hope not. That would suck. But welcome. Okay, Jonah, I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna make a small prediction that it's either this lunch lady that was the murderer, or the cowboy dude, the sheriff marshal, not sheriff marshal, officer marshal. It's either one of those two. That's my prediction right now. Because those two are the most sus about it. My main prediction is either one of those two, or it's just fully the lunch lady. Just saying. If you also want to make a prediction, go right ahead. We'll see who's right. Great. Now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister is good as free. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't indulging yourself into thinking that the tide had turned. What? Me? No, I don't even control the tides. What the fuck are you talking about? Not over such a trifling detail. But it shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if the if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is the lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That's the only thing prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else. Very good. Very good, prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of detection are not to prove hello. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I think Twitch is being all weird with that, because that has happened in previous streams before. And that is definitely weird, because that has definitely happened in previous streams before. I said that twice. Why did I say that twice? That is definitely strange. I don't know how to fix that, or if I even am able to. That's strange. My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. I pressing the wrong button. Really now? Really now? Anyway, on the computer now. Good to hear you're doing good. I know how this case turns out, so I'm not gonna comment on your speculations too much. That's fair. That's fair. It's honestly entertaining, though. Give or take. You know. What did I drop? Drop something. Really now? Really? Now? Angel's deduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective... Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Honestly, they're so weirdly unique. This game has a strong act for very unique characters, and I love it to death. No pun intended, or no, not pun, like no joke intended. Laying words. I'm not gonna lie, out of the new characters that have been introduced, I still will say my favorite well, I haven't really said my favorite, but like, Gumshoe is still my reigning champ of, if anybody hurts this boy, I will stab him. Angel is a bitch. Officer Marshall is a cunt. And that's about it. I think those are the main. There's also the patrol dude that we sort of witnessed that constantly went, "Yes, sir. Go on, sir." That was interesting. But he has nothing to do with it. I mean, Detective Goodman looks interesting, but I'm sad we couldn't see much of him. Also, Lana is also a bitch. Exactly! The most huggable character! Lana's also a bitch, and Emma I like, because she reminds me of Maya. But I think that's supposed to be on purpose. But yeah, I think that's supposed to be on purpose. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife into in again and again. There it is. There it is. There it is. So she's saying that she stabbed him a bunch of times. What I just find funny is the fact that we're constantly going up against Edgeworth. Mr. I have a perfect record. So that was a funny one. But yeah. I honestly will also say, the character design, top notch. Top notch. Yep, I apologize for messing. Top notch.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office? It does sound a lot like premedication, doesn't it?
I have no idea how to pronounce that word. I apologize. I've been saying it wrong for so long that I don't remember how it's actually pronounced, so I apologize there. So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
I will choose not to listen to that. In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
I'll still press all of them just in case of new information. Just in case if new information gets released from it. But from what I'm seeing is I'll have to present the autopsy on the final statement of the final part of the statement thing. Because that one is an indicator of the fuck up that she's had. You said that, but you haven't told us how, you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie. That's what I'm about to tell you, you rookie. I believe what she said was a mere prelude to the story.
But a mere prelude to the story you is about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again. Smack.
Rookie. Never interrupt the storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. I think half-baked here, alright, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not quick on their feet. Now, why don't you believe the suspect had intentions of murdering the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. That's why she called the victim. I don't know why, I kind of find Star's character design a bit overwhelming somehow. I don't know. I mean, it's sort of it actually makes perfect sense on why she, I was gonna say looks like that, but that sounds weird. And why she, just looks like that. I mean, she's a lunch lady, even though she's technically a detective that got fired? It looks and sounds weird, but like, I'm sure it's. You have no proof Miss Guy called him out there. You have no proof she didn't.
Miss Edgeworth, thoughts?
There's no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on, you know you could have. Yeah, you could have tried public phone first, at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered.
I'm sure he had a reason to be there.
I just realized. Is the chat being... No, it isn't. I turned off the chat. Well, I completely forgot about that. I was wondering why the chat wasn't showing up on the screen. That's because I'm a dumbass and turned it off. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. That's annoying. There it is. Well, the reason I have the chat on screen is because when I go back to like edit the clips and the VODs and such. Oh, I say edit the VODs. I'm very bad at that. But it's also so I can know the context for what I'm saying. It's weird like that. I'm weird like that. But also, witness? Oh shit. Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day?
Why do you think it was the suspect that...
I'm sure it's fine. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because you didn't have a grudge. Rookie, everyone has a grudge against something. See, I have a grudge against you for interrupting me. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See, we agree there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree? I understand the wordplay on that. No, not the wordplay, like the metaphor. But at the same time, that's not how that works. That's legitimately not how that works. But sure, let's go with that. I get it.
I get it. That's why my lunch is so salty.
The judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your bias for thinking this? It's simple. Press it, but also present it. A human machine? That's a contradiction. Is it? A cyborg is a human machine. If you have an artificial heart, you're a human machine. Technically, no, that would be a human factory. Never mind. Please. Can't you find a human machine? I mean, any robot that is made to look and act like a human is a human machine. If you want to be technical, can When you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright, note to self. Mr. Edgeworth's sighs smell like citrus fruit. What? The fuck? I mean, I would also say the slight obsession Emma has with Mr. Edgeworth is rather creepy, but I understand why. It's a little creepy, but I understand why. Also, I just love, like, I remember reading a comic. I've said this when we entered the prosecutor's office 2 streams ago, where we first find out that Emma is like somewhat obsessive over Edgeworth, and the comment was basically about, what about this room makes you think he's straight? And honestly, that makes perfect sense. I know the fan theory about him being bi, but like, you know? You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly? We often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What the difference does it make if the deed is done? I mean, when you think about it, if a recipe calls for diced onions, you don't chop an onion in half and just toss them in. Think. She's getting mad at me. Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that. This is a murder case, people. Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know. Miss Starr turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. Hello. What's this? What? Hey, neighbor? Who the fuck cares? T-Mobile? Okay. Well, thank you for letting me know. Sorry, I just got a text message from my internet company saying, we opened a store. Okay. I'm not gonna go to it, nor do I work at there. So I don't particularly care. I swear to God, if they shut up my internet off because of that, I'm gonna be so pissed. The short wick burns... The short wick burns out fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Okay, now we can present the thing I was thinking of. Against victim. There it is. Haha! Fuck you! I did it correctly. You can tell because the music stopped. And that's the only way you can tell you've done it correctly without going on even further than the objection. As soon as the objection happens, if the music is still playing, you fucked up. If it stops playing, you did it. It's to drive emphasis. And it's to let people who know all that shit. You say she stabbed him again and again. But you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? I'll test you with my moss surprise. It's just a bunch of grass. It's literally just a bunch of grass mixed up in a blender to say, oh, it's moss. It's not moss. That's weed. Is weed legal in California? Wait, chat. Is weed legal in California? I guess that's the surprise. It's actually weed infused moss. Honestly, I don't know either. California does seem like the state to be the most weed stuff. I think it's legal to have and consume weed, but not to grow it. I think. I'm not entirely sure. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, that would be funny if that's just like... If you could, that would be much appreciated. Ooh. But yeah, with my moss surprise, the surprise is weed. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we make... Oh! Nice. It's legal for both medical and recreational use. Oh, nice. Interesting. Is weed legal in Japan? You know, I actually don't know. I feel like some places in Japan, yes, and some places no. But I guess that is same with everywhere. It is a country, after all. Yeah, I don't think so either. If you could check, that would be much appreciated, because this is sort of like a Japan-California mix. So it would be a definitely in between. Plus, if she brought fucking weed and it was illegal in said California or in said state, whatever the fuck it is, and she brought weed to a court case as a joke, she'd be sort of arrested on the spot. That would be funny. As we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? What do you mean? Sorry, what? What do you mean? You don't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Beep. You know what'll fix that? Weed. Speaking of weed, I saw a theory in like game theory about what was it? It was the time passing drug that Solid Snake uses in one of his games, and that it was and the only drug that was physically able to do that with to help do that is weed. So, which brings up the question of, does Solid Snake not get high from weed? Or does he get a small case of high and all that such? But that's another game for me to play, because I need to get that game and I really want it. But you know. Hello. The possession, sale, and cultivation of cannabis for both recreational and medical purposes is illegal. Apparently, mere possession of cannabis can give you up to 5 years imprisonment in Japan. Damn! Really? Fuck. Damn. 5 years for weed? Fuck. That's impressive. From one stab wound. 28 stab wounds. Sorry, can I help myself?
Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
I was the one that... I was the one that pointed that out, technically. I presented the evidence. What the fuck? Uh-oh. I hope I hope your browser didn't fuck up the play. Because it did on my side. Oh, on my preview thing, but I think that's just my laptop. I'm just watching the playback, that way I can just do all that. What a hunk. He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. That's good, thankfully, because I had far too many experiences where I'm just playing the game, having a good time with the chat, and all of a sudden it just cuts. Like, what? Like, I've had that happen far too many times when I didn't notice. When I don't know, when I'm unaware of it. I always believed that no one could ever make a mistake ketchup for blood. You'd be surprised! But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. Mistakes are possible. You're saying you mistook something for blood? Well, she lifted her knife. There I saw blood at her breast. Blood splattered blood from her victim. That's why I must have. That's why I must have. That's why I thought. Excuse me. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us, what you saw. What you saw. What?
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly. No, what's a red muffler? A red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can easily hang, What? Oh! Oh. I did not realize what that said. I did not realize what that said. So she could be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. Well then, you really don't like her, do you? Fuck. She's right. She is wearing a red scarf, isn't she? Oh wait, isn't it odd you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. I feel like that's a very specific... I feel like that's a very specific thing from the Game Boy Advance. I think it was the Game Boy Advance. Whatever console this thing was from, this game was originally from, then imported to the DS with an extra chapter. A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like a kindergarten sometimes. That's funny. That's funny. God damn it. No wonder all of these fucking people act like kids. That's funny. Hup. Yeah, How you doing? I saw Ice Space Thought, but I assume you talked about this case in particular being added in the later version of the game. Yes, yes, I did. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why well, technically, I didn't know about this chapter because I didn't finish the fucking first game when I played it on the DS. But hey, yeah, was it the Game Boy Advance? Oh, or was it something? It was something before the DS. I know that for sure. I just can't remember what console it was before this. I could probably check. A friend of mine said, actually told me. Excuse me. Actually, let me see what my friend said about it. It was yeah, Game Boy Advance. Ah, yeah. Okay, that does make sense. Yeah, it was the Game Boy Advance then. Okay. Dope. Good to know. Good to know. Same. I thought it originally was from the DS. It was news to me that it originally was on the Game Boy Advance. I have a Game Boy Advance. Actually, was it the Game Boy Advance? Actually, let me quickly check. Hi, this is what I look like. Don't leave because I look like this. I'm not a pretty anime. Yeah, I have a... It's weird to think that this game was on this. Maybe not this one specifically, like maybe a Game Boy Color. Game Boy Advance Color, but like... Or some shit. Yeah! Like legitimately. Like legitimately. It's so interesting. Though I guess that would make sense on why people thought his beard was a bib. And I think that's like a specific reference to that. That's interesting. That's legitimately interesting. But yes. Sorry I'm not a pretty anime girl or something. Just with a deeper voice. Yes, with a deeper voice. Though I will say, I am very into cosplay. So, I have a few cosplays on my Instagram, so if you want to see that. Actually, she wasn't wearing one. I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. Oh, clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Clearly one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Roy, this is our chance. Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she... That wasn't the end of it? Can hear really detective have a quick burns with the passage. I wonder. Use candle. Goes longer. What? Call the victim. Prosecutor's office. Prosecutor grudge against him. Oh, that's why. It was the thing. She's not wearing it in this one, right? Yes. Okay, it's this one. I thought you looked like a dancing Magikarp. You thought I looked like the dancing Magikarp? That's fair, honestly. I have a bunch of Magikarp stuff. But no, the dancing Magikarp is actually Donut Dealer Daisy. Or actually Daisy, specifically Donut Dealer Daisy, who gives y'all all the donuts when you either follow, subscribe. Actually, subscriptions are more donut addicts because they're constantly because the first one's always free. So if you get hooked on the donuts, then you subscribe. That way you can get more I'm not telling you to subscribe. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. But that's sort of a thing for this mafia thing? I don't know. I run a donut shop. Not an actual donut shop, but like something along those lines. But yeah. It's fun. We like Magikarps. Ironically, I've never actually played a Pokemon game on stream. I really should. I need to get a Pokemon game. I've only played one Pokemon game, but that's on my second channel. But whatever. Moving on. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or a muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. It can't be. Only a professional lunch lady would be so utterly clueless. That's great. Anna, please. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life.
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, it doesn't even matter. Sorry, what? Miss Edgewood prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? Honestly, I really do too. I really want to play them again. I used to play them. I've used to play some of them on the DS, but because of my short attention span, I slightly put them off for a bit. But then they got lost. Also, there were my siblings, so I couldn't really play them all too well without their permission. And I'm extremely shy, even if they're my siblings. So I don't really. So I honestly was extremely shy to ask them if I can play them. Plus, my reading comprehension was not too good when I was younger, and they were out and shit. Then they had them. Plus, I didn't have a DS at the time, so I had to ask for that too. So I used to play Mystery Dungeon when my English was terrible, so I didn't understand many parts of the story. Honestly, that's perfectly fair. The visuals are so pretty. The visuals are so pretty. But it's actually really funny to think that there is a strong chance that you learn some English from Mystery Dungeon, which is very wholesome and very sweet, very cute, very adorable, and very fun. Funny, fun, whatever. But there was a scarf. No, not that, but something really red. There was a blood stain on her shoulder. I mean, I guess you could, Now, where were we? The witness has given us an entire entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? What? Very well.
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
How? There was a gate in between you two. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. Most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect. Well, dearie me. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. Also false. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes. That's also... When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's why it had me confused from my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but But against Angel Star, resistance is futile. Aside from the fact that you had a huge gate. Now, unless you're the Terminator, T-1000, I think it was. I think it was the T-1000. I'm not entirely sure. Now, unless you're the T-1000, 9,000? I don't know specifically. Unless you're the T-1000, probably had to go. You had to run around the thing.
You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That was me, Angel Star. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is kind of like a snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Right is weak against poisonous snake bites. Who the fuck isn't? Hell, even that dude who drank fresh snake poison with his drinks to get like an immunity to it, still died from snake poison. Venom? Poison? No. Poison is if you eat the snake. Venom is if the snake bites you. Okay. Never mind. Ow. Technically, no. Snake poison would be poisoning the snakes. Snake venom is from the snakes. Okay. Brain. Science! Science with the Kingpin. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. Also, technically, if you want to continue the analogy of you're a cobra and she's a leopard, leopards eat cobras. And are able to eat cobras, so your analogy is very off by many scientific things. Words. One of the two. Very well, Mr.
Very well, Mr. Rice. Your cross-examination, if you will.
Apprehending the suspect. I'm gonna press all of them, just in case we have more information for all the such. But I know which one's the wrong one. So where is this partition of the floor on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. Wait, I just realized. How the fuck does Edgeworth park his car there? I'm assuming it's larger than it actually looks, but like, how does he park his car there? You know what I mean? Because if that partition doesn't move, then he has to maneuver his car. That's weird to think about. It's best not to question it. It is a visual novel type of game, so it's best not to question it. Yeah, it looks very wonky and very difficult to park there. My thoughts exactly. I think it has to be right there for the story to work. But parking there would be a nightmare. Hell, getting out of the parking spot would be a nightmare. Nobody can park next to you. Also, this parking area is fucking shit. There's only 4 parking spots for an office space. Woo! Actually, not too bad, because there is like a conveyor belt of like cars. That's not too bad. But that still doesn't question on how we park there. But hey, whatever. There was a wall about 6 feet high. She obviously was trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? Wait a minute, one thing is missing. One thing is missing. One of the things is missing. Interesting. You say quickly you were close to the suspect? Oh, there it is. That's the one. As I just said. I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. 30 feet away from her. Press. Press even more. I'd like to see on this floor plans to be safe. The undulated car was there. Thus parked in block B. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would be about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is this correct, Miss Star? Yes, that's right. But there's a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. What? It goes to the roof. What? It would still have taken her a little time to get over the fence. A little time to get over the fence. She couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Oh, no, it doesn't go to the roof. Okay, never mind. I lied. Oh yeah, maybe some of them take the bus. That's fair. That's fair. Oh! Oh! You know what? You know what? I'm actually seeing it now. It's a conveyor belt. They don't park right there. That makes far more sense. They don't park right there. They park next to it and it moves. That makes far more sense. Oh. That's cool. That's legitimately cool though. So there's now like an elevator of stuff. There's now like an elevator of things, of cars. Like a car vending machine. I know Japan is like full of different vending machines. I'm surprised they don't actually have like a car vending machine. They have a bike vending machine, but not a car vending machine, which is interesting. I think they don't have a car one. I actually don't know. They have toy car ones, but that'd be interesting. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet tall, 9 feet high too. How did Miss Sky not get away? Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. Press. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Also, what she had said. I remember hearing muffler. I could be wrong. Next thing you know, all she said was motherfucker. Motherfucker. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. No, yeah, she 100% motherfucker. 100% said that. Either that or she's lying, so. Just one word. So, what you heard, it wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes. The chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. That part's true. That part's actually true. Her phone? She can't mean ask further. By phone, do you mean this phone? This phone right here? Phoenix. Calm your tits. By phone, you mean this? Oh, wait, he actually said that. Fuck's sake! Discovered at the crime scene. Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory is like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Star.
No, the court doesn't see it, Miss Star.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. She was right near the car when... that's right near the car. There was an emergency on the wall for emergencies. Apparently she was out of order. So she used her cell phone? Why wouldn't she use her cell phone first? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witness. Good witnessing, witness.
How the fuck would you know that? Also, who wouldn't use their phone first? Like, legitimately, who wouldn't use their phone first, then the emergency phone? If the cell phone doesn't work, the landline should work better than a cellular device. I mean, nowadays, probably not. But there are some parts with like a emergency call button. But that's more of a button with an intercom. Yeah. Good witnessing. Whatever happened to good testifying? I feel like nobody likes Phoenix. And that's why he wins. You should of course add this to your testimony. The thing I do is to please the rookie defense attorney. Overheard. No, wrong one. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing. Only say this one time, so listen close. The chief prosecutor stabbed the chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. She picked up the how would you know that? When she picked up the emergency phone on her wall, it was out of order. So she pulled out her own cell phone out of her pocket. During that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? We present the... You made an escape. Can you be more specific? He brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrifying thought, but to see like a dollop of lard on the... What the fuck is that? I don't know what the fuck that is. Like a dollop of lard on a plate of foie gras. Unless that's supposed to be plate of foie gras. But I think that's plate. Like Pokemon. Plate. I don't know the A with a arrow above it. I don't know what that's supposed to sound like. Chat, do you know what that sounds like? Because I don't. Ejipovote. I assume it's French. It was terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard, on a platte of foie gras. Huh? Like a platte of foie gras. What? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on the side of the crime scene, of course, of the crime. Yes, but it's strange. What is that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The parking lot entrance. That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries. I wish I could solve a few before finding more, though. That would be cool. So Mish Guy tried to run. I'm sorry, my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But she couldn't do it. You have to believe me. I mean, on the bright side, you're not the murderer. I claim the rights from the spot. Mr. Man's in a muffler. Here it is. Up. There it is. Less. She's the murderer. Miss Star, I had to conclude that you have the personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. The witness is a former detective. Of course she has. Her testimony is unmarried by personal bias. What? Trying to look up the pronunciation of A with an arrow above it, but I have no idea, lol. Honestly, I have no idea either. All I know is if a vowel has the 2 dots above it, then it's an oo. It's like an oo of that vowel. I think it's only for O's though. Because I've seen a show with Norwegian, I'm not entirely sure. Norwegian parents. I'm not entirely sure if it's from Norwegian. They were knockoff Vikings or Viking looking. They were trying to be Vikings essentially, or trying to. The show was trying to play off that they're Vikings or like something like along those lines. And I think Vikings are more Norwegian, Norway based. So I think that's what that is. I honestly have no idea. Honestly, better than the AE looking thing. Her testimony. Okay. Also, bullshit. A fucking detective, it can still be biased. A strong personal bias. Also, she stated that she despises prosecutors. Oh. Vikings are from all of Scandinavia. I think Norway, Denmark, and Sweden. Yeah, that makes sense. Norway, Denmark, and Sweden. That actually does make sense. I don't know if it's specifically Norway that they were from, but like, I don't know. What can you really do when the show is Kick Buttowski and is a cartoon? So, from like 2012, I don't actually remember when that show was on air. I know, maybe 2018. No, around 2012. Maybe after. Not entirely sure. Kick Buttowski is one of those weird memory things. It's like a good show, but like weird. Anyway, excuse me. Sorry for rambling. Excuse me. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Edward, do you think she has a personal bias now? Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I'll explain it with the foot up your ass. Sorry, I can't help myself. I don't know about you, but I hope the fuck you do. Sorry, get out myself. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and you're gonna get bloody. And I'll make you cough it all up. Take a look at this floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't have possibly seen Miss Sky make that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If indeed you were in Block B, you would have seen it. What?
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? I ordered fries with this. This isn't half fries.
Okay, so A with an arrow above it appears to be pronounced ah. A softer A sound. So ah, like an ah. Oh ah. Oh shit! Nice. So it's pate. So it is pate. Pate? Huh. Pate. Quite the pate, huh? Interesting. What is the meaning of this? I ordered fries with this. It's simple, Your Honor. This lunch lady has been poisoning people. No. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies! Grr. That's quite a claim. Quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question? Tell us exactly what lie this witness had told the court. That she saw the victim make a call? The witness lied about where she saw it. Or, well... Okay. This one... wrong one. This one is gonna be a... It might be a bad idea, but like, fuck it. I'm in the end game. So... which part did she lie about? She lied about what she saw. She lied about all three of these things. But which one... But which one did she lie more about? My guess... I'm gonna go with where she saw it, because I don't want to get in trouble. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is the significance about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Shit. But say the witness did eventually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. That it would mean Miss Star witnesses from the different location. A different location? Now that's pointless. A pointless lie if I ever heard one. If I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. At least let me tell it. So you're gonna tell us a lie? Which is ironic because in previous chapters, we lied about evidence and all that shit to further prove our defendant unguilty. Let me ask a question to our... Let me ask the question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when the crime was seen? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. Shit. Okay. So she was over. Okay, so she was over here, and she took a picture over here, but that could have been. I mean, she has a boyfriend in the security room, so therefore she needs to be in the security room. I'm gonna get this one wrong, aren't I? This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security guard room is the underground parking lot is well positioned. You know, the only place in the fucking parking area where you're able to see the entire parking area. You know, for security reasons. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. I mean, so you can see the entire lot. Should I have been able to see the emergency phone from here too? But why there? But why there? There are many other places she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being a part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in Block A. The only place where she could have seen the crime and where the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend, larger quotes, in the security guard room, yes? Or more emphasis on the boyfriend. Well, Miss Starr, who is your boyfriend? How many years have I been getting the better of man? And to think that the tables could have been turned. Today a man got the better of Angel Starr. Then she just poses. Like a JoJo fucking character. Order! Order! Witness! I'll have 3 number 9s. Go ahead. I'm gonna do that everything. Yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that. What have you done? You have to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty, is she talking about Miss Sky? Oh, Mr. Wright? Mr. Wright? Doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells it all. I'd like to point out that the fence is very close. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. Truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So, tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Oh, shit. Me? I'm the one that's supposed to tell it? Oh, no. Who else? Mr. Roy, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security station. But she lied to say she saw it from the Block B. She must have, it must be a vital, oh shit. Wrong button. I gotta save it now, cause, wrong button. It must make a vital difference, whatever should be the change. Not difference in lighting, that would be a bad one. Distance to the crime. I'm gonna try this one. It changes the distance between her and the crime scene. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plan is quite clear. It's 30 feet. Never mind, it is the angle then. Unless... What she saw is not in the question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the crime scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime... Oh, okay, I did get it right. Nice. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security station. Now, how long did it take you to go there? Go from there? To the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky. Well, witness? You. Yes? You ordered the squid rings, right? Squid wheels, right? Quality of my lunches has gone to from low to inedible. Ugh. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with a fresh gooseberry jam to my boyfriend. Gooseberry jam for the boyfriend. Gooseberry jam for the boyfriend. Gooseberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew it, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked, so I couldn't open it. So you ran the long way. Yeah, excuse me. Honestly, I appreciate the enthusiasm for the lunches, because a lot of the lunches do look good, and I would eat them. But I also fear that if I do get poisoned from them, it better taste good. Honestly, if I am gonna get poisoned by these food, might as well have it taste good. That way, even if I do die from it, the food was at least good. Plus, you wouldn't know that it would be bad, and you would die, and you wouldn't know who died. That's why I had to go through. That's why I had to go through the Vitters parking lot B. That's quite a detour. That's quite a detour. A very, very big detour. Probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. But 5 minutes? That's impressive. This changes things considerably. Changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it on my finest plastic fork. You have a point. Oh, spork. The spork is a wonderful invention. It really is. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. By the way, chat, have you had a caviar lunch? I mean, have you ever had caviar? I'm curious. I've never had it. I'm not too big on fish. I'm curious if you've had or not. I've never had it. And if you've ever, yeah, specifically caviar, because I've been thinking about caviar because of this game, and I was wondering, is it good? Because I don't know, I've never had it. Oh, Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Oh. Yeah, that's okay. That's interesting. So, would you agree with what? Would you agree with what the judge said, that it tastes, he thought it would taste like pickled tapioca? Have y'all ever had tapioca either? Because I've never had it either. I've always found it yucky. I couldn't get past both the texture and the fact that it was all bumpy for pudding. Pudding shouldn't be bumpy. That's all I'm saying. But yeah. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Well, I've never had pickled tapioca. That's fair. I don't know who would, but have you ever had tapioca? Wrong button, god damn it. I'm gonna save this here just in case if I fuck up. I'm gonna press on forward! 5 minutes between witnessing the murder and arrest. Think about it. You could have made pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. 5 minutes, blink. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'll flee the scene. I don't know the difference. What is the difference? Caproca or caprosia? Caprosaca. I don't know the difference. I never had. I don't know. I don't know what you meant. Oh, I meant tapioca, like the pudding. Like if you've ever had it. Because I've never had it. I've tried to eat it, but I guess that would indicate I've had it. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, okay. That's fair. I've never had it, so I was wondering. Because I was wondering if anybody has had it, because it looks weird. And I'd imagine wouldn't taste the best, but I guess it is an acquired taste. I think. I don't know. It just looks weird. I can't get over the texture of it. Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. Well, but you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time it was different. Miss Guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yeah! I dropped my lunches. Well then, seems we've come to an end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant, and a blank in their testimony. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go. Unfortunately, I appear to have underestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it. We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. You technically don't screw a can. You pop it open. You screw a jar. Whatever. I'm not gonna question it. That was far too close. I'm afraid that cough-up queen has been dethroned. With that, court is adjourned. Woo! Hold it! Mr. Edgeworth, you've ordered the squid reels, right? That's the one she tried to voice me on. Off me. I prefer not to take defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have a decisive evidence. What is that? What is that? Is this another one of your trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Oh, a triple decker. A triple decker. All of defense to the witness's determination. I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like a lunchbox land's motto says, you won't be disappointed. What she's going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Decisive evidence. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now to matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Sky. Wait. Why would Miss Sky be bleeding? Also, why do you have her shoe? Are we not gonna question why she has a shoe that is bloody with 2 people's blood on it? Flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what is the meaning of this? Why didn't you tell me? Well, because you're a prosecutor. I don't like you. Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. I've already said. I don't trust you. With evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Plus, I don't know if you had that foot fetish. Ugh. I don't know if you have that foot fetish. I ain't gonna give you just some random shoe. So it is just some random shoe. I never said that. She is very topsy-turvy. She's also probably top-heavy, but hey. I'm not gonna continue with that statement, because that's a dumb joke. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. Because, you know, I'm an investigator. Or at least I used to be. Honestly, she does keep promoting her lunchbox business in the courtroom. Brutal. Especially after she's been fired from being an investigator. Which then also means she's basically saying, hey, fuckers, I'm still here. Here's lunch. Also, she's probably poisoned people before. And you've had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I've had 3 boyfriends in forensics. I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence. The never stop second chapter. Legitimately, that's never stopped the second chapter. I guess it's new information because of top prosecutors being forging evidence, like after a few months after. But again, still never stopped chapter 2. Just saying. Slight spoiler, but like, if you're this far in, you would know what the second chapter is. At least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. It seems so. Edgeworth is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. Used to! You don't have any of the fucking capabilities to... Let's say you're used to be a chef. That does not mean you could go to a random restaurant and start cooking. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by a member of forensic department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can deduce official evidence, Ms. Edgeworth. I mean, she has a point. But at the same time, that's not how that works. I'm somewhat of a big Ace Attorney nerd. I only have 2, technically 3, counting the Professor Layton's crossover games to experience. Wait, 2 as in the newest 2? Was it 2? Newest 2? Newest 3? I don't know. Newest 2 or... Oh, somebody has messaged me. Is that right, Mr. Ray? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study more evidence law, really. Could have studied more evidence law, really.
Prosecution complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the rule of evidence law.
I haven't looked into Ace Attorney Chronicle games yet, and yeah, they're the latest 2. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, again. Oh, wait a minute. No, he was the prosecutor for Trial 2. Not Trial. Yeah, Trial 2. Miles Edgeworth was the prosecutor for Trial 2, for Chapter 2, right? I could be wrong, but like, right? Where Phoenix brought in an illegal wiretap from the garbage can of said witness. Right? Yeah, we meet Edgeworth in Chapter 2. So for him to say this now is really interesting. What the fuck? I don't know why. Oh, whatever. My friend just sent me a picture that just says Schrodinger's flirt, where I'm both technically totally kidding and actually flirting, depending on whether or not you're into it. Huh. Interesting. I'm sorry, I'm being distracted.
However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty is properly judged. Victim shoe is added to the court.
Very well, Mr.
Very well.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Okay, we're gonna have to press everything, just in case one of them is just the... God damn it. My player is just constantly being all fuckety. It's weird. Decisive evidence. Fuck up. Okay. That. Woot! Where did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you can say, I just want people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Even though you technically where the scene of the crime was, you wouldn't have been able to really see it because of the FZ pylon, but whatever. Whatever. Or at least somebody who looks like her. Case in point, home slice over here. On my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. means everything. You can do a lot in 5 minutes, actually. Just telling a guy that you meet in a bar. Anyway. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile of known as prosecutors. Of all known prosecutors. Falsifying evidence, arranging testimonies, erasing the manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. I mean, technically, this is when the suspect is admitting she did it. Also, there's plenty of there's plenty of defense attorneys that do the exact same. Just saying. But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. So let's get this over with, so you can go to jail. And now the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? Did I not say I brought her shoe? Why do you have her shoe? How did you get her shoe, actually? No, legitimately, how did you get her shoe? Wait. She was wearing black shoes. That's not her shoe. Oh, fuck. Those are black shoes. She was not, and these are white shoes. That's not her shoe. Or I guess they never, oh, never mind. It's the victim's shoe. Never mind. Where did you grab his shoe? I guess hobo laws of, if you see a dead hobo, you can just take his shoes. Or a passed out hobo, or whatever the fuck. Moving on. Should I consider the crime? Detain the chief prosecutor and notify the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. At a prosecutor's office. So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with the shoe. And next you know, it was actually her shoe. Also, why did you steal her shoe? You had a camera. She makes no sense. For somebody who didn't kill them, you make no sense. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. The shoe was my secret weapon, if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. More than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. Also, if you tamper with evidence from said crime scene, you will go to jail. Just saying. What type of blood was found in the victim's shoe? You brought it to forensic department. If you're going to submit something as evidence, court, it need to be approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. And she got away with her little coop? I think it's coop. Because she used to be a detective. Co-op? 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 I don't know. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And the blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman? As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. Now, you can't say for sure the blood belongs to the defender with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, Mr. Wookie? Huh? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes from 4 types. A, B, O, and A, B. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. I mean, actually, we can differentiate between millions of types of all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear. Or so I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would give you a full DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana. But Miss Lana.
The suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. Yes, but not actually calls for her to be the killer. Because, okay, this is what I don't get for what she's trying to go with. She's saying, oh, 2 types of blood were found there. One of the killer, and one of Miss Sky, and one of the victim. But that doesn't make sense as to why Miss Sky's blood was on the shoe if she was the killer. Because I guess if there was like a fight, but there was no fight to be mentioned. The shoe proves it. Flawless, decisive evidence. No? Can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You're the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like you're like a client. Some like a client. Some like a client. She's enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or do you not have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. There's a problem with the evidence shoe. Is there a problem? There's a problem. Definitely. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one crucial problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. The gleam in your eyes. You're still young, Wookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? You couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is the contradictory? What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us with evidence.
Oh, shit. Okay. It's the blood is on the bottom. I wonder if you noticed there's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. You just threatened to kill me. That's illegal. But wait a minute. That's illegal. Where's that gift? Oh, back.
Indeed. There's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about this blood? This one. No, it was this one. Oh, shit. I have there's 2 pieces of evidence I could be doing. I'm gonna go with this one first. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? There weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Ugh. As you can see, there was no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts our claim. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. Oh shit! I didn't drop anything. I'm fine. Only shows part of this picture. Only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody fingerprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene of the crime and found nothing of the sort. I swear to God, I would. Oh. Oh shit! There's an ad that starts in 4 minutes. What the fuck? There's a 90-second ad that's gonna start in 4 minutes. Why? I don't know. It's been going on for 3 hours. Fuck. Order, order, order. Well, witness? What? Aye. Great going, Mr. Rightfoot. It's true that the lack of the footprint is a contradiction. But then we had to ask, why wasn't there a footprint? Oh. That's true. That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? I won again. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We're hoodwinked to the very end. We've been hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth of her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside, kicked over an oil drum. He was beautiful, but deadly. Predator, this one. I thought it was strange thing for the normal cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask the very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that, I was not sure if, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently, you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness. Well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? What? Don't you get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? To wash away the blood. Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for a reason. One reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Evidence against her. It honestly does. I mean, I was planning on just finishing the trial this round. Yeah, finishing the trial this round. Also, I'm gonna have to be right back in like a minute. So bear with me, because that's when you get an ad. But I'll quickly go through this to find a spot to do all that. That tie is quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes rather quite clearly the murder. Then after the deed is done, she knocked over the oil drum and raised the telltale sign. Why, that's the prosecutor's specialty, raising evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. She didn't say she cut herself when she stabbed him. So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please. What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But enough. There's nothing further to debate. For further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Miss Jane Starr is on the prosecution side. What? Hello? You could have been lying about the water. Yeah, y'all want pizza? Oh, shit. Yeah, fuck. Okay. I could order some right now. Ad starting. Actually, I can snooze. Fuck it. That thing is being all weird. I'm gonna be right back so I can order pizza. Now's actually a perfect good time to order pizza. Here's a ad for that. Okay. Ask her what she wants. Or what kind of pizza she wants. Why? Do you have your skates on? You better not be going downstairs with skates on. How?
And then I was trying to run away from them, and like one of them was holding on to me, and I fell again, and I.
Damn. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, because we were playing tag, and I was like this, and then I tipped on
Gotta be
somebody's
careful.
shoe.
Go show mom this and ask her if this is fine. Oh, this actually hurts my eyes. The pizza has been ordered. Well, is in the process of being ordered. Okay, I'm not gonna do this for any longer. Yours actually hurts my eyes. Not really, but like, shit. I don't know. That was just one. Pizza! Y'all want pizza? I can order pizza. I'm actually ordering pizza, so. Oh, let's get back to the game. Whoop, 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 whoop. This court defines the defendant, Lana Skye. Hold it! Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah. Are you not? You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox? A lunchbox called evidence? Wait, what? Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. What? The fuck? This is a call for me. Time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you'll find be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare me. Don't scare the cough up queen. Look at this. Yes. Okay, that's it. You have the phone. Nothing. Give me the phone. No, not yet. Give me the phone. Give me the phone. Okay. Not yet. Give me the phone. I swear to God. A photograph? Why would you have the photograph? Gabby, phone, now. Yeah, and that's the problem of giving her my phone to show my mom what to order. That's on me. I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. Yeah, who could have said that? Hey, who could have said the thing wouldn't belong to the victim? I'm sure it's fine. Shush. Chat, shush. I see no room for error in this evidence. Yes. Then give me the phone before you empty my bank account for pizza. Give me the phone before you empty my bank account. Now! Give me now! Gabby! Give me now! I'll fix it then! Fuck's sake. It's my phone! It's my phone! It's my phone! Give! Yeah, I had a feeling you were gonna undo the... She undid the crazy bread. And you put the phone down. Duh. You place the phone down, not just throw it out of your hands. I swear to God, this child. Okay. We're ordering pizza. Mr. Roy, wait. Look at the asphalt on this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. That's not your fault. I knew it wouldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this was what your sister wanted anyway. Jesus, that's a huge... Damn, that is a huge tip. $4 for a $23 fucking pizza order? That is a huge tip. What? Oh, it was the wrong one. Okay. That explains a lot. Woo! That scared the fuck out of me. I swear to God, if my card gets declined because of some shit, I'm gonna be so annoyed. Okay. Pizza has been ordered. I'm sorry, Mia. Right. Wet or not? Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself off the asphalt. Get yourself off the asphalt. Get yourself off the asphalt. Take another look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. Ooh. I just like to point out that there's like somewhat of a psychic energy with all that shit, and it's interesting. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare the verdict for good. Verdict for good! Smash. Ooh. My God, it is gonna be a close call if my mom wants to bring pizza for her lunch. I did not read what that said. What did that say? Oops, I pressed the button before doing it. Oopsie, that's my bad. What is the verdict with you people? What is the verdict with? What is it with you people? I can't hand down my verdicts in peace anymore. Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yes. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should make every claim a fair state. Very well, Mr. Wright. Turns out it wasn't the cowboy. This thing. That thing. The problem is with this photograph. It's here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, there is no trace of muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just to think of it as part of the exhaust system of a pipe. I see, and I see. I see, and I see. What a suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler. So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? Muffler. Did your accent just change? What does it have to do with this case? Nothing, absolutely nothing. Objection! Why did your accent change? Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much as in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us what you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to the case. It has to be this one. I'm gonna fuck up, didn't I? Well, Your Honor, how do you feel about that? Actually, I don't feel well at all. I have a pounding headache. No, I meant, what do you think about I'm afraid the reason is you, Mr. Wright. The cloth was found in the car's muffler, right? Oh! The phone! God damn it! Muffler. The phone! The phone! I'm an idiot! I'm an idiot! Miss Starr, recall your testimony. Okay, now I shat on them for not realizing to use the phone first, then the emergency phone. But then I realized, shit, I did that exact same thing. Kid. Recall your testimony for the court. Yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. Then what had me confused in my earlier testimony? Muffler. Yeah. Muffler. Yeah. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually the exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Whenever I was a child, I always had a piece of cloth with me. Whenever it fades to black in any anime, it just goes to a fucking flashback. Especially in this game. It's weird. Well, it seems we have to suspend the proceedings. suspend? I find myself wondering about the piece of cloth. If we have any questions unanswered, do we this service into law? Also, did nobody check? It was clearly hanging out of the fucking thing. What? Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once. Bring me that cloth.
Bring me that cloth! The vector with weight! Until after we've seen the old evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so. Whew. That was close. But we made it, at least for now. Oh, 100%. 100%. This game is amazing with its music. For a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. You still hungry? 30-minute recess. And now is a perfect time to end the stream and pick up next Monday. Yes. And pick up next Monday. Okay. And then pick it up next Monday. So, thank you all for joining me. Hope to see y'all again next time. That was supposed to be only 2.5 hours. That's on me. My brain ain't too good with the whole, thingamajagwar. Thanks! It was actually a really fun stream. It's usually a fun stream when there's people to hang out with me. So I appreciate you joining us. Hope to see you Monday when we finish the chapter. Actually at the same time, from 12 to hopefully 2:30, give or take, plus or minus some shit. But yeah. Also, if you would like to know more about the stream and learn more about me, I have my social medias in the socials down in the about page. So if you want to follow me on like Instagram, Twitter, I have a YouTube channel that I post highlights to, as well as comic dubs, because I'd like to do voice acting, or I'd like to do, as well as other things. I also have a TikTok that I've been meaning to post on. It's I have a bad habit of not doing anything, so. Oh, that's the thing. But yeah. Thank you all for joining me. Hope to see y'all again next time. And as always, any last words? Actually, tell me what is good, what is bad, what I improve on also. Because I have a suggestion box and tell me what game you want me to play next. Actually, after this game, I'm going to be playing Fun with Ragdolls. Just as like a fun little side stream. Because I'm not going to be streaming next Friday, the 10th. Because it's going to be Comic-Con weekend. Because Comic-Con is that weekend. And I have a 3-day pass and I'm going to go Friday. So I can go get my pass and my boyfriend's pass and all that shit. So, thank y'all for joining me. Also, I think either Monday or Friday or Wednesday, I'm going to be in costume. That way I can show y'all my costume for Comic-Con. I always go dressed up regardless. Actually, 2018, I went as Waluigi. But because I couldn't find my, the actual clothes for it, I just put on the makeup. Worked just as fine. But yes. So anyway, keep smiling. Don't get to be a little crazy, and hasta luego. Hope to see y'all again next time. Also, this is a throwback, but at the same time, it's fun. If you know Danganronpa, you know this voice.
Easy for you to say.
Sure, I'll go with that. Also, side note, I think we should host somebody who is also playing Ace Attorney. I think. Probably. Does that seem like a good idea? I actually don't know. Right, this one. It's this one. Up, up, up. Ballap, ballap, ballap. Okay. Who is playing Ace Attorney right now? Oh, there are a couple to choose from. That's Crazy Ace Attorney Chronicles, Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright. Do I go? No, it was Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney. Ooh. There's Ubilivilus 913, who's a VTuber and is playing Chapter 3. Ooh, fancy. And it's playing Chapter 3. The actual Cell is also playing that. But I think it's Chapter 1. It's Chapter 1 with that one. Hey, I'm here too! Nice. Hello. Hello, Mora. That's fair. Ooh. Fancy. I should make a note of this. Okay, we either could go Ubisoft because they have one viewer, and I think it would be good to help cheer their spirits if we give them another viewer. And their affiliate 3-year anniversary, which is dope. Because I think it'll be my first year anniversary. No, my 2nd year anniversary. Holy shit. Yeah, it will be my 2nd year anniversary coming April. Holy shit. Oh, that's weird to think about. But yes, we're going to be hosting them. So, I don't know how to do the raid stuff, so I'm just going to do a host. It's hopefully, so send them many donuts and many loves. I probably should have a donut emote. That would make sense. Next time. Oop. I should have a donut emote. That'd be nice. But yes, send them many love. It's a UBIVIO. No, BVIUS 913. And so send them much love. I'm gonna go over there and follow them. Because, you know, they actually seem like an interesting thing. Plus, their avatar is actually very cute, so good for them. Good for them. Send them many donuts and many love. Send them some sprinkles if you want to donate bits or something. It's nice. So anyway, bye everybody. Hope to see y'all Monday. And hopefully they're also a friend of mine. Friends. Bye everybody. That's not how you spell their thing. Okay, wait a minute. Host space capital U B LIVIUS. Oh, I misspelled the name. That's on me. I'll host. Host. It's fine. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. Hope to see you all again next time. And mwah. Send them much love. Host. Okay. I'm just mwah. Bye everybody.